exclusive. It's the Party King Keys. I'm locked in. We locked into the 80 house. We got a special guest. I'm talking about a real special guest. I'm talking about a good brother in the community, a former member. He's a member, but now he's a member of a better organization.
Yes, sir.
My guest, like King. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Key? How you feel, man? How you feel?
I've been with the old head, so I'm feeling with my hands, brother.
You ain't lying. Feel with your hands and not your eyes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in order, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed to be here another day. You already know, man. I'm blessed to be here another day.
Facts, man. Get the people, a quick backdrop, a quick rundown of yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Khim, man. I cast away my slave name. No need to mention it. As we all should. I'm active in my community with the young boys. I'm big on music and a message in the music. We can all rap about killing each other. That's what they want to buy and sell. But since we're not slaves, we're not for buying or selling at this point. So, it's up to us to get this message out to the youth, man, and have them, in a strong frame of mind, the strongest frame of mind, because, a clear future. We need to clear our future, man. It's gonna be a reaping, man. We need our shorties to come together, man. We can't have them out here down in the street,
Facts, my brother. Let the people know where they can follow you at. Give me your Instagrams and where they can check out your music at.
Nah, I don't have.
Yeah, we're experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment. Stick with us. You said what, brother? Okay.
Madness, it's a lot going on.
We ain't hear nothing. I don't know if you muted for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Definitely can.
All right. Yeah, I was saying that I have yet to start an Instagram because I don't want to be caught up in the madness, but a lot of my people that I'm coming in contact with that want to contact me over this music been saying it's imperative for me to scoop up an Instagram. So I'm gonna definitely be starting one soon, but you can find me on SoundCloud at Malakhim, Malakham.
Okay. If they looking for some enlightenment, what can they follow you at to get those teachings?
I'm on Facebook, Mela, Mala space Khim.
Church.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. I appreciate you having me too, man. I know you're doing big things,
Man, just love me, man. I'm just telling my brother. How you like the transition, man, to fatherhood and to mentorship?
Man, fatherhood been beautiful. Still on, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you now.
Both fatherhood and mentorship both came naturally to me, and it's out of necessity due to the fact I didn't have a father or too many mentors. Most of my mentors was brothers in my same age group or cats that was older than me that was outside doing their thing, and I looked up to them.
Right.
But those are the people that, lead the majority of the flock astray. So, we got to do better as black men in the community, black and Latin.
That's most definitely. So, you Chicago born and raised, get the people a backdrop of your childhood and how was that for you coming up?
Oh, yeah, man. I grew up on 82nd and Cottage Grove, man. 82nd and Maryland.
It's hot over there.
I moved over there from 97th and Ingleside in 2001. And one thing I always tell people, man, I have a vivid memory. That's why, I'm in music the way I am. I have a vivid memory. And they shot every day from 2001 to 2005.
Man.
They never missed a day. And when they didn't shoot, we would be anxious to see when was it going to start. But we also grew up with a lot of, there was a lot of old school cats over there. It was a lot of pimps and hoes over there too, man. Excuse me, but that was a part of our daily visual was the young ladies outside the one of the old school. His name was Mr. Tierwell. He used to give me a lot of game. He called them women of leisure.
He
called them women of leisure. He say I might be old and weathered, but I'm the best kind of leather, you know. Hey, I always remember that man because one crazy thing about him, he sold icy cups, right? And
Right.
to us that was like, oh, he just sell icy cups. When you look close, the man got solid gold rings on every finger, gold rim glasses, and when he pull out money, he pull out a knot. He pull up in a Cadillac one day and an Astro van the next day. And I came to find out he was Mac of the Year in like 1970 something, bro. No, he really was.
Got that
Oh,
sauce. That's too
he was
much
solid,
sauce.
man. He was solid. I started listening. At first we used to laugh, but the more I listened, the more I realized, man, a lot of the things he was dropping on us was some jewels, not just about women, but just about life and how to manage your funds. And, you got to look the part to play the part.
That's right.
Yeah, man. But I grew up in a different kind of environment, man. It was only two gangs in my community. I was privileged to the third. The three most major, branches in Chicago. I don't really want to have to mention them or nothing, but what was
I'm
so
saying,
crazy is when
this is an international podcast, man. So
no
this
doubt,
is
no doubt. So, in my neighborhood, I had the BDs who were the Black Disciples, or called themselves something else. And, you had the GDs, the Gangster Disciples. But my family being Black Peastone, these are the only three gangs I knew. So when I'm going to South Shore, for everybody listening, me and Keyvon, me and Key, PartyKingKeyz, we went to the South Shore together. He was technically like a big homie to me. And I was opened up. It opened me up like a GTA map, bro. I'm seeing all these handshakes I ain't never seen in my life. I'm hearing people merching it on people I ain't never heard of. And I'm like, yo, this is a whole new world. All I knew was this three. This to me was like the Holy Trinity. I thought outside of this was only Californians and Crip and Blood. I didn't know it was nothing besides these three.
Hey.
And they opened me up, man, and ended up showing me a lot of things, man. I don't know if you remember this one brother went to school, Carlos Castleberry. You remember him?
Yeah, I know Los.
He was the first.
Yeah, King.
He was the first Black king I ever met.
Yeah, he really about that. He from
Nah,
over
he was.
there.
Yeah,
Over that way.
He was really with that even back then, man.
Oh, I know. I know Los personally, man. The Kings being the brother's first cousin and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
they are.
We
Especially over
grew.
east, that love is that love between that Stone love and King love is a real thing over there.
Me and him used to draw, and then we used to see each other in public and outside, and all over. So it's just always been mutual. We always had a mutual respect. Because before, that was like, man, before it was Gladiator. We had the last of 1550.
Yeah, y'all had 1550. See, I came there the year after 15. But what's so funny about South Shore? Why I had a 1550 shirt?
Yeah.
Hey, that's hilarious because I never. But one thing though,
they don't even know what that is. So.
Even though y'all had 1550, when I came there in 2005, it wasn't no seniors, so nobody was mature enough to be like, y'all chill out.
Yeah, they made that transition and changing the school, and so they broke it down. The last of that little group, they was all 1550. I forgot the whole full breakdown of that. And so when we came in, we was the second class of the new part because JD, all of them 07, class of 07, they was the freshman class of the new, how the new thing went. And, we came in, they went through all of that already, so that's why a lot of them niggas was already crazy and turned up. Jabari, all of them turned up because they would have to go through the gladiator part.
Right,
so we
right,
came
right.
through there, they was real strict and on that we was turning that motherfucker out, man. You had everybody from all over the city in this motherfucker. So like you said earlier on a conference call, what you described it as, that's really how that was.
Nah, it truly is. It was dress in, dress out, bro. And that was every day until maybe 2007. It finally started getting like, it started calming down a bit. But man, I've been in 2 riots at that school. I only had one on-one fight. I didn't have to fight no more. I fought a dude. He died now. Rest in peace. His name Jermaine Boykins.
That name sound familiar.
Yeah, he played football. But I didn't have to fight no more. You know,
Yeah,
I got
break.
cool. Huh? Yeah, braces.
I
Yeah. I didn't have to fight no more. Milo and them.
Free Milo.
Yeah, man. Free that man. They seen me fight him, and so they pretty much was like, you know, basically if you whooping ass, they automatically like, oh, you cool, you good.
Hell yeah.
And but man, I was in 2 riots, man, and you really get just caught up in it because you just be with 10, 15 dudes outside, and here come another 10, 15 dudes. And it's just up. You don't even got to know them like that, you know?
Hell no.
Yeah, man. But the east side back then, see, people think it's dangerous now. It's dangerous. It's life or death now. But back then it was life, death, or your ass.
Facts.
Because you might be walking somewhere, man, and you see 30 dudes. You can't turn around and run because they're going to chase you. So now you got to walk past them.
Exactly.
You didn't have a choice. You know, we had to be men at young ages. We had to deal with, you know, having to make money. Hey, you ain't lying, man. Hey, we had to be men at young ages, man. We had to grow up and adapt fast because a lot of us, we might have lived over East, but you got to cross community lines multiple times a day.
I'm trying to tell you. Motherfuckers didn't even understand. I used to holler something when they brought me up under that sculpture for that to my gang leader and shit, me and Ryan. He got to stay for a little minute because his mama, you know, that's how she ended up getting her recipe skills.
Yeah.
And, man, I was telling them, I'm like, boy, y'all got it sweet. You know what I'm saying? We in this motherfucker. Motherfucker breaking all types of guns and all types of
man, it's guns and now we in there drinking lean.
It's going on. Either the homie or somebody getting into it with somebody up the nine.
Hey,
we covered up to the school. You got cert card niggas coming to fight niggas for the pocket.
Hey, you got grown men coming up there. I done seen niggas pull up in cars and hop out with beards.
On straight business. Getting their ass flip-flop too sometimes.
Yep. And I done seen some teachers get their ass now. You remember Mr. Godfrey?
Yeah.
50 brother Keenan and 2 of the other homies whooped his ass outside the school.
Damn.
Look, they beat him up, and this nigga stood up, brushed himself off, and was like, okay, all right. Now, that's why your mama, and your mama some bitches. They was like, hey, what? Hey, they chased this man. Mind you, this man is in his 30s. He getting chased by 3 teenagers to his car and skirted off. This was at summer school. Look, but South Shore was so wild that teachers, like, either you was cool as hell or you could potentially get rolled, like, for real.
Facts.
That's why I like Mr. Woods and Mr. Park and them, man. There was some real old school.
There was some brothers of the struggles, real niggas don't even know.
Yeah, real. Mr. Woods for sure. Mr. Woods for sure, man. Mr. Woods for sure, man. I appreciate them as older brothers and as elder statesmen now more than ever. Now that I'm older and I replay some of the things they was telling me, man. But I was so high and so worried about what's going on Cottage. Like, you know, we was in that era where a lot of us was like, man, I'm finna go back to the block. Like, now these shorties, they go to school, they go all day so that they can kick it. We used to leave, or, you know, it been times when I didn't come to school till, man, 7th period, man.
Damn, I understand.
Yeah, man, but them Chicago kids, man, we suffering in that system, man. We're not given a fair, we're not given a fair trial. We have a right to a fair trial, and that's in life. That ain't just in the judicial system.
That's true, my brother.
Yeah, man. Fairness and equality, man. You
said you was talking about living on Cottage. How was that growing up over there on that side of town?
Man, it was I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was a lot of killing, man. I seen my first dead body, maybe, I don't even think it was a month we had been living there. somebody had got stretched out in the alley, man, and they hadn't came and got him yet. And I walked right past him. I thought he was drunk. And when I was coming back from the store, everybody was outside examining him and crying and screaming. No, I had just moved over there, so I didn't know who it was, but he was stretched out,
Right.
dead and gone. And I remember the feeling in my stomach. I couldn't believe how real it was. Like, you know, somebody else. I seen people dead in the casket. I seen people I loved that got killed that was already dead and in the casket and dressed up and all that. I never seen somebody on the ground before. That was in 2001. It was the summertime in 2001, man. It was my first time seeing that. And it seemed like from that point forward, it was just a roller coaster. Like, it's always something, you know, and then you got to make money because you can't be broke.
Facts.
You know, out of all things, you know, they going to keep us in the hood chasing that dollar, man.
Man, that's their goal. That's their goal.
Yeah,
Either
man.
be a slave or be enslaved.
Man, I'm telling you, look, you got to be a slaver. You got to either make them your slave or be a slave, but ain't no in between. Ain't no just no free. You ain't never going to just be free from this system if you going to live here.
Yeah, how was
man. Now, where, hey, didn't you, I know you grew up out south, man. Where did you grow up at for the people?
For the people, for the record, you know me, man. I'm from Motown.
Exactly.
They call it Motown.
I wanted to, right.
Or back of the yards. Or,
right.
West Inglewood, you know. 51st and Ada, 54th Laughing. You know what I'm talking about? So,
yep. Places I ain't never been.
Hey, I'm saying, I'm the very couple brothers been that way. A few brothers, you know, was able to come that way. You know, I bought Lucky on the block a couple times, and he used to always be like, "Man, take me over there." Like, bro, you don't want to go over there, bro. I want to go. I want to come to the hood, bro.
Nah, that was my man's though, man. That was my man's.
He saw not American Gang. He saw American Gangster, but it's one that damn, I can't think of it. Gangland. He saw Gangland. He used to always hear us speak on the P. So he saw the Gangland. He's like, I just saw Waikita on there. I just saw the P on there. He like, man, take me to the hood. And I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. So for his birthday, for the P birthday, you know, they had something for him. And I took him out there, man.
Yeah, you took him to the. Did you take him to the Stone picnic?
I'm saying he been to a couple of that. He met a couple good brothers, you know. He go talk to us or whatever.
No, yeah, of course.
He met a couple good righteous brothers, man. And then they end up later on in life that when he moved back over east and was in the 2Ts, you know, he was really in tune with a lot of them brothers. So that was a good thing.
That's one thing I can honestly say, man, is that
Smiley.
Huh?
I said shout out to Ike and Smiley.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. You talking about Ike Fort?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know that's my cousin.
That's our cousin, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. You're right. That's our cousin. You're right. You're right about that. So,
what's crazy? Isaiah brother is our cousin too. And that's Lil Ain's little brother.
See, what's so crazy is that Isaiah. Hey, to me, Isaiah was such a funny dude, bro. Hey, I don't know why. To me, he was so funny, man. He's such a funny dude, man. I'm telling you, like, you know, I love certain people I could just look at him and get the busting up, man. I don't know what it is, you know.
Yeah.
It's good to have them people around though, man, because you know sometimes things could always be so serious where you really ain't laughed in a minute. And you start to realize like, damn, I ain't really laughed in a long time.
You know, that shit therapy, bro. You know, and a lot of times that's when motherfucker really got laughs. You got shit going on at the house, personal shit. Then you got to travel, like you said. So your head got to be on point. Your shit gonna be on the swivel. So you traveling from that way to this way. Then dealing with the bullshit. Then gotta, you know, stash whatever if you need to, or sneak contraband what you need to. You know.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this though. One thing, I'm not a fan of the term that gangs took as far as the destruction that we've all caused to ourselves and the brothers around us. Right. But one thing I can say is, and this is from out the mouth, honestly, of a disciple. Hey, free Jeff Fort.
Yes, sir.
Hey, they know what it takes. That whole free Larry thing, hey, that's a money grab. If they really won't change, man, they know who to free.
Free that man, Angel. Chief Angel Malik Bull. How's that?
Yep. Hey, you ain't lying. It's one of the older cats from that lived around my way. I don't know if you know him. His name Chinaman.
I know Chinaman.
He's
from the older Chinaman.
The older man, not the younger Chinaman. The younger Chinaman died.
Now I know all three. See, it's the Chinaman from Motown. It's the old man Chinaman. Then
him
from the Pocket. When we were
right.
in the Pocket, he was off 071.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah,
you see that brother all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Hey, man,
but the older Chinaman, when I was a little kid, man, he came up to Avalon Park a couple times.
He used to, matter of fact, I mean to cut you off, he used to hang out with Ghost, the real Ghost from over east.
Now that I didn't have privy to that information.
Yes,
but one thing I can say is that the old man, Chinaman, he told us like that once they started seeing things changing for the worse, Jeff began to buy property in the Woodlawn community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they put them under indictment. It didn't have anything to do with no killings without killing, as he would say. It won't be no killing without killing.
You gonna quote that man?
He
if
he walked in
quote, you understand that quote, you gotta go ahead and look that up.
I know. Yeah. I already know. They was at that
No, I ain't talking. I'm talking to the listeners.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So you said just draw. You forget it. This is even the interview, man.
Yeah. Because it's for us to we supposed to have that knowledge of the body, man. We're not supposed to miss not a beat, and that beat is our heart.
Exactly. You don't know about that famous Jeff Force speech, man. You got to go look up that interview when he had that conference. Yeah. Talk to the good brother, Miller King. PartyKingKeyz.
This is a PartyKingKeyz exclusive.
Yeah.
This is a PartyKingKeyz exclusive.
Real good brother. From the Shy, Cali. You know, fatherhood, entrepreneur.
You know what? My bad, man. I didn't know it. I guess that's my phone that was doing that. But one thing that I was saying about Jeff Fort, man, is that this brother was defiant in the face of the United States Senate.
Yeah. Walked straight in.
Hey, he walked in. They asked him his name. He said, Jeff Fort. They said, are you also known as Chief Walkita? He said, my name is Jeff Fort. Turned the microphone down, got up, and walked out. A lot of people don't know that. They had footage of that, but they took it out because of the level of defiance that it shows.
Oh no, it's out there.
Hard to find, man. I actually look for that. I never can find the footage. But one thing is that these people are not confused as to.
Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. This interview will be available fully intact. Well, we recording now, so it'll probably be available when it airs next week, which will be a week from now or a few days from now. We might do 5, we might do 7, who knows? But when it's on PartyKingKeyzTV.wordpress.com, I'll put the link at the bottom. I'll put the video inside it.
No doubt, man. Like I said, man, I definitely appreciate you having me, man, because we share the same message, man. We seen some of the same things. And one thing I realized is that the whole thing is an illusion. And that's what they want to keep Jeff and Larry from them really telling the youth, that it's really all fake.
Mm.
It's all fake. There is no King of the Hill. There is no There is no the toughest man in Chicago. The last toughest man in Chicago was Al Capone. After that, it been up for question. There has
Speak
been no
on it.
Top Gun. Yes, sir. There is no Top Gun, man. That's and you know, it's just bodies piling on top of bodies, man. All these shorties getting each other out the way, man, and it's so crazy because they paving the way for them to gentrify, man. That's why they buying up all the property, all on 63rd, all in Woodlawn,
Right.
all in Inglewood. These are places where white people used to be scared to step foot, and now you see a Starbucks, a Whole Foods, and somebody jogging with their dog. That's when you know it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
They coming. They don't fear us, man. That whole white people being scared of us thing, man. When the last time you heard of a black man in the hood shooting a white boy? We don't even shoot white people. So why is that the narrative that we're so dangerous to the white community? It's to lower our value, lower our standards, and lower our value in our living situations, lower our value as the black family and as the black economy, the socioeconomics. As long as they can call us violent, the houses will be worth nothing.
Yeah, man. That is good that you spoke on it. You're definitely right. And I've been noticing. I've been looking at the boards, watching the charts. We actually, our people, man, we've been again as black fathers, you know, ones that didn't have fathers or didn't have the best fathers. They actually stepping up to the plate and really going in. And I'm seeing a lot of families grabbing property, being homeowners who were never homeowners, or apartments to sharing, a spot with somebody. Ain't used to being that alone and really seeing
Yeah,
it.
man.
So
I think ownership.
I really commend.
This is a Party King
My bad. What'd you say, brother?
exclusive.
Yeah, you're right. Ownership is key, man. That always been key, and that's what our elders really push. What Boosie say. I guess I had the wrong role models, but if you take them lessons, it was all the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was pushing ownership. When you talk about that elder statesman that you were speaking on earlier, he won Player of the Year, but he was out there. He was independent. He was an independent worker. He was selling ice cups. That's entrepreneurship.
What's so crazy about him, man, is that he was one of the only procurers, and that's a word I want to give the audience because we don't use the word pimp. He was one of the only procurers that you will ever find that actually retired and had houses and cars and had the things that he needed to get by.
Right.
Because a lot of times you leave that game empty-handed, man.
Yeah.
And to see him, he really did that to be a part of the community. He wanted to be outside in Chatham.
Mm-hmm. He was over that way. What grammar school did you go to?
I went to Arthur Ashe on 86th and Ingleside.
Yeah, Ashe ain't no joke, man. How was that coming up, bro?
Oh man, fighting maybe every 2-3 weeks.
No. Don't give him a piece of paint the picture for him. You know, give him that meal.
Now, what's so crazy is that when you come into Arthur Ashe, you realize.
What year is this?
This is 2001, 2002. I came to school and I realized nobody could read but me.
Man.
Me and two other kids out of a class of 30. Almost everybody struggled reading.
Then what did you think about that? Then
what's so crazy is that I took notice, and so the teachers started having me, if we had to read certain things in certain books, I would just read the whole thing, just me reading it out loud for the class.
So they could follow.
Exactly. But by this time I had already read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I found out that he was heavily influenced by Che Guevara in Cuba to increase the literacy of colored people.
Yes, sir. One second, I'm meaning it's rookie. But here's the exclusive. Hold on. What chord here? A shy celebrity. Tokyo man. You know what I'm saying? Give him some of that one time. Hold on.
This is a Party King Keys exclusive.
Okay, that's enough. All right, so I said that because that's one of the books of the month. We do book of the week, and then we have the book of the month.
Dope,
And,
dope.
we've been there for the last one of them. We got the Obama. We got. I don't even want to spoil everything. But yeah, I'm glad you spoke on that because that is one of the books of the month, and I read some of it as a kid, man. Being around some of those good brothers, and I recommend that book. But go ahead, back to you. Go ahead.
So one thing that I realized, and this is not only from a Chicago perspective, but this is worldwide, as you say. If you look at all your friends that died, some of them were genius intellect.
Yeah.
But if you look at some of them, when we were kids, they had problems reading. Now, the correlation in that, the reason why I say that is because it's been proven that they take third grade and fifth grade reading test scores and base the projections for prison, how many cells they'll need in 20 years. They base that on the reading scores of children of color.
The eyesight test.
Yep. That's what that's for. That's all it's for. The Iowa test, all those standardized testing.
Test, the eyesight, those are for, like you said, that's to predict the future.
That's social placement.
So, exactly. So they go off of that in third grade. Whatever your man said is, they go off of how many jails, how many people gonna be incarcerated, and they base the future off that, man. Take that gamble on that. So, no. A lot of good brothers got wrapped up in that or lost in that at the time.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It seems as if it ain't such a gamble for them no more. It's a sure thing. You know how some gambles they tell you like, hey, you ain't got to worry. This is sure. You're gonna get your money back. This is a sure thing. It's so much a sure thing that in Illinois, if a private prison is not filled up to 70% capacity, they can sue the state for the remainder.
Yeah. Time. That's why they have those quotas that they gotta meet. That's why they push that.
That's why there's always been so many people in Stateville.
Man.
Stateville has always operated at maximum capacity.
Pontiac.
Yep. Vienna. Vandalia.
Yes, sir. A lot of uncles and cousins in them joints, man.
You already know, man. They all taking the same pictures with the same backgrounds.
You already know. You know that was their Harvard. That was their.
It is. It was also a form of a rite of passage, but we're changing the narrative now. But up to recently, because even these young boys, like all this violence they committing, they don't want to go to jail. I remember when niggas used to be like, man, I went to jail like it was cool. These shorties, they not built for no real jail.
It wasn't no younger.
Exactly.
They went to motherfucker Roosevelt.
Exactly. And then when you finally hit 16, you finally get to taste that Cook County life, and then you realize I can't go to the penitentiary, man. It's taking up too much of my time.
Ain't no women up in there. Then they had to change it to 18.
Yeah,
it was getting too wild.
Yeah, no, it truly was too wild, man. Especially when you're in there and you're underage, but you see people from your neighborhood. So now when you get out, you technically, it's just funny how things work because you end up really mobbing with guys that you ain't got no business mobbing with.
Facts. It's an eye opener.
It is. It actually shows you that the lines that we draw between ourselves are invisible. Because when I'm in jail, when I'm on 82nd, I'm fighting certain cats. And every time I ever been locked up with some of them same people, they fighting with me. Niggas that
Against
we
some
don't
other
know.
mother.
Exactly. We eating together. We not talking. We not buddy. But we eating together. We watching TV together. We working out, but we're not even technically, we're still not socializing.
Exactly. We just cordial.
We're existing. We're coexisting. And as soon as
Mm-hmm.
we get out, if need be, it can still go up between me and him.
Fact.
And that's a crazy thing about being a black man is the environment. It's not that we want to commit these tragedies and this fratricide against each other. I want to test your vocabulary, brother. What's a fratricide?
You put me on the spot, brother. I'm gonna let you go ahead and
It's the killing of one's brother.
Mm.
You have homicide, suicide, patricide, matricide, and fratricide.
And what's crazy is I write those in Morales law class because we had a few mock trials, and that's crazy.
I'm glad I didn't have Morales, man. He probably would have failed me.
No, he wouldn't. He pushed. I don't know, man. I think he used. All the teachers taught, but he used to always take all the brothers that he needed to take. Lil Mike and Josh was passing
Oh,
when
if
they
they
had his
passed, I know I'm
classes.
passing. Never mind.
I said because his class taught you. They taught us the law. I knew a little bit about law until I got in Morales' class, and that's what did it for me.
What's
That's
crazy
what
is that
pushed
I
it.
didn't know that he was really. I didn't know really what he was. I just knew Morales because he used to always call me. Man, for some reason, this brother would not stop calling me Friday, bro. He used to be like Friday, and he was the coach of the softball team, so we got cool
Facts.
from that. But
I
he
got my
he
I
got
got
me.
my I got my jersey. Just picked it up from on the L. They do that. He went in on it too. Shout out
Oh
to
man,
the
that's
brother.
beautiful, man. I might have to give me one of them old school Chicago softball jerseys, man.
Uh,
Chicago
he got
softball
the
is.
Tars joint. He got the
Oh
Tars
yeah,
joint. They're with the alumni. They with the alumni.
yeah. I need that for sure. I need that because that's We see. Look, I put it so simply when it comes to South Shore, man. We was family and we was tight because the tightest families are the ones that don't got shit. If you ever notice, richer families, everybody's always doing their own thing. When people don't have shit, it make you stick together.
Yeah, all the time.
I remember standing up sharing books, man. Remember we used to have to share books?
Cause the school was defund was already defunded before we got there.
Yep. Hey, isn't that amazing? How can I go to a school that is operating in the negative? They damn near owe money.
Bro, that was the crazy part that people don't understand. All of us being there, we actually bought that motherfucker up. We never had a yearbook except for the Miss George, rest in peace to the great late Miss George. Her putting together, all those photos, taking them and putting them up on the book. That's really the yearbook. But we end
Miss
up
George.
y'all class, our class, the ones after the last two after y'all actually bought the school up. We all bought the school up
Yeah,
to
we did. They was getting paid per student. They was getting the money they were receiving for us for if you completed like a certain percentage of your roll call, then they would get $38,000 per
Oh,
child.
they get paid all of it. Yeah, they get all that in one whop. Now I was saying that. So how you just said we was in the negative, right?
Right.
So coming from 1550 and they doing the transformation. So class of 07 was the first class. At the 1550 left, which was they was already excelling. So after us, we was still in the red, but we was, on our way towards coming out. You guys end of your freshman year, we was out of the red. We
I
was
didn't
out of
know
the
that.
yellow by y'all sophomore year. So y'all junior year, our senior year, we was in the green. That's why I don't know if you noticed, the staff, everything was changing. They was trying to fix certain stuff. They was doing certain stuff.
They was hiring higher caliber people.
Exactly. Because now, once they start meeting the requirements and this and all that, oh, it's time to bring somebody else in that we think is more qualified or worth the bam. So it was crazy, man.
Do you remember Dr. Adeniji?
Bro, you just had to bring that up.
Hey
Just had to
man,
bring it up.
hey
I
listen.
forgot what it was. I was just telling my lady about that. I forgot we was watching, but I got suspended for that brother. Cause I used to call him Doctor Virginity.
Yeah.
I used to say it all the time, all the time. And one day and it's crazy. I was finna sneak my candy in, and I get that shit to Keywan. They with it, and I was like, Doctor Virginity. I did that shit like a maiden call, and bro. He just was across the street. He was walking towards Jeffrey. He just shook his head and pointed like he thought he was going to the courts. He was by the courts. So, which is the football field now, because they took our building down and made that the football field.
Yeah.
And so that brother was right there by the courts, and he just looked and shook his head. I'm like, oh yeah, he'd be all right. Man, that motherfucker called me about 7, 8 p.m. I don't know how he ain't even know he knew my name. Brother had a whole you did 30 days. 30 days. Damn.
Hey, look, let me tell you
Had
something.
OG call up there to get that down to a day in 1 week, 2 weeks. Like,
Hey, them people. Hey, look, let me tell you something though. I got caught smoking weed in school
oh man.
in 2008, and I got caught by Mr. Gaston, not by no tech security. But by this time,
Which
you
is
so
what's tech for the listeners, man?
out of School of Technology. We had the School of Leadership, the School of Technology, School of Entrepreneurship, and the School of the Arts.
Yeah, we was in tech, you know what I'm saying? Learning how to rebuild computers and hack and all that
Hey,
good
don't
stuff.
lie to them. Don't lie to them people, man.
They coding now. No, our freshman year, that's what we was doing.
Man, I didn't do none of it. I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
They
look,
got
no, let
y'all
me. You know what? Let me tell you a
E up
short
out of there.
story.
They took Dugan out of there. It was over.
Let me tell you. You remember Miss Newkirk?
Yeah.
So me and Darnell Blewett, we in class. You know Dale too. You know basketball Dale.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So we all in class, and we used to be.
Now.
Yep, phone number. You already know. So we in there, and we in there. We cracking jokes and all that, but we not getting no trouble. So it go quiet for a little while, and Darnell Blewett is looking straight at the computer.
Dark skin Darnell.
Yeah, they used to dance.
My nigga. Off the one.
Yeah, super cool. That's my boy. He's sitting there typing. First of all, he can't type, so I'm knowing he on some bullshit. He's sitting there typing his ass off, and then when you look close, the man pants is pulled all the way down to the ground, right?
What the fuck?
Just his boxers. No, listen, bro. So me and Dale, we get to crying laughing. Miss Newkirk say, hey, what's going on over there? This girl named Dejanay Hamilton say, Darnell got his pants down. Why she get up, look, see?
Yeah, Darnell.
My bad. No, look, listen, bro. I ain't even get to the punchline. The pants is down.
Shout out to Dejanay. She was good people, man. So
she definitely good people, man. She a businesswoman now. She say, Miss Newkirk, Darnell got his pants down. Miss Newkirk stand up, look at his pants, see his legs out, and tell me, Bruce, get out. Hey, do you know to this day I wanted to ask that lady how I had to get out, bro, and this man pants was down in class?
I'm saying because you was probably laughing, bro.
Bro, dude, it was 35 kids laughing, man.
But your laugh like ignited more, man.
It probably did, but listen though, the man pants down, and she let
probably
him.
meant to call him,
No, bro, listen to me. She let that man finish in class, bro. She saw his pants down and let him finish the period, bro. I never forgot that because I used to always wonder, like, man, what's to that? Like,
Darnell's crazy motherfucker.
Hey, he was hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. We had some. I ain't gonna lie, man. We had some funny niggas in South Shore.
I saw Darnell make I can't think of her name. What's the sub that became?
Who?
Damn, I muted it too quick. I wanted them shots to be in the background so they can know how authentic this interview is.
Yeah.
But what's the older temp? She was a temp and then she became
I
a
know who you.
teacher for like I think the year.
I think her name was Miss Beatty or something. She was black.
Yeah, dark skin, old as hell.
Yeah, I think her name was Miss Beatty, man.
It was something like this. It's something in that area. And the boy down there, he's saying something, bro. I forgot what it was, and she like, you need to be. And he just saying like the opposite of what she's saying. So she started getting frustrated, and so he like yeah, you need to shut up. So she like, no, you need to be quiet, young man. But he kept getting to her. That she snapped, bro. Like she pushed, like you know, you wipe sweat. She was wipe sweat. Her motherfucker wig came up. Matter of fact, we was in school
Man.
detention. So he started laughing, and everybody said, "So she, you motherfucker!" Ah! Bro, she started screaming, and the way that he laughing, going in, pointing and shit, she started laughing. I'm like, this shit crazy, motherfucker.
Oh my God. Oh my
She
God.
like,
You see the South Shore,
I'll
man.
kick
Y'all
your
see
ass.
that?
She like, I'm gonna throw a book at your ass. Like that's how it started. I'm like, this shit wild in the motherfucker. Man, how did I get in here with these cats?
But let me tell you something crazy about South Shore too. Now you hear how wild it was. Why did they used to have little 120-pound, 5'3" white women? They rookie year teaching us what you putting them in here with us for.
Huh?
I said they used to have some of them white teachers coming from Lincoln Park, man.
Yeah.
And why are you bringing them here when they don't understand the culture?
Social experiment.
It is an experiment.
I'm gonna put you in this area
Environment.
Yeah, with this group of misfits, because that's what they looked at, or children. We'll say children. That's in this urban community that comes from this area. Some of them come from deep poverty or inflicted by this, and we're gonna see how this goes. Because if you notice, they ass was there, and then after a year, they don't come back.
They don't come back. They never come back. Only ones like Miss Mercandante and all them type.
Mercadante, Cleary, and Guzman.
Yeah, they was really with the struggle, like
Senorita Mercadante. Hey girl.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out, Miss Mercadante. No te apures, mamacita. Es necesito para mi esposa. ¿Sí o no? ¿Cuántos más hijos? Es ahora para Pancho Villacito. Bro. Hey, listen, Miss Guzman, if you ever hear this, I loved you from day one.
Your motherfucking wife gonna still.
Hey, listen, and it'll be worth it.
Hey, Mercadante was good people. She came from Ohio State. She was
a Buckeye. She did. She was smart, man. That
hard.
And that lady, Miss Mercadante, was actually brilliant, bro. A lot of people don't know that. She was a different breed mentally.
She low-key cut me out to Mexico. I can't, because 07 I went overseas and then I came and I was eligible to go to Mexico with y'all, and she was really on some other shit. But I'm not gonna talk about how I end up going and meeting up with the group and leaving back with them. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, man, crazy. I always wished I would have went to that Mexico trip, man.
Wild night in Texas.
Yeah, man, I know it was. Y'all had to cross that border, man. That's crazy.
No. Wild 2 nights with me with some motherfuckers I went overseas with. End up getting lost and seeing Corey and Ryan and Prescott, and yeah,
that's
broke it
crazy.
down to her and end up coming back with them on that.
That's crazy, bro. That's
and
crazy.
Only a few people know. Like every time we talk to them, like, yeah, boy, you was in Mexico, and I forgot it till one time. I'm like, wait, Corey broke the whole story, and you came. I'm like, damn, bro, I told y'all that. Like,
that's crazy, boy. You still end up taking your ass down there.
Read between the lines, bro.
Yeah, I know. But that's also a hell of an experience for a young black male.
We talked about that, motherfucker, getting through through the door and you got ground beef everywhere, all on you.
Yep.
You only cook coming out that motherfucker. Hey,
Yeah, man. It's a hell of a blessing um, for them, for Miss Mercadante to even have been able to put that together for us because, I don't know if you know this, man. I only went on one field trip at South Shore, and that was to go get my Social Security card.
he was stuck.
That's the only field trip I ever went on, man.
He was stuck.
I never went on no other field trip,
Wait,
man. I never forgot that. Like, I went 4 years, no field trips, no none of that. I think we went bowling one time, but I can't never remember. We was probably getting high.
yeah,
You
that
know,
was your thing.
it was definitely, man, smoking weed, man. I love smoking some weed and drinking some drink. At school, man, we used to be in the back of class, different people showing off guns, and we lighting up in class and hurrying up and putting it out, all kind of stuff, man.
Y'all ass used to be tweaking, bro.
I don't know what was to me, man. But no, to be honest with you, I wasn't even on that. It's Lil Mike and Josh and them that really got me like,
Rest in peace, my boy BD Mike, man.
oh yeah, man, that boy.
Lil Mike is that nigga,
one
man.
of the first cats I ever heard say "bar none" out of his mouth.
Real member, man.
Yep, outstanding membership. Outstanding membership, man.
His
People,
pops too, and his uncle.
they was truly the reason a lot of black brothers be dead sometimes be out of hatred, but some people they truly just fear you, and so they'll rather do that.
Yeah.
They feared him. They feared him over there, man. Cottage Grove, he's a legend. And I hate to say that because, we've lost a lot of brothers, but he's a legend, man. And he died how he lived. He died, man, over that way, man, with a pocket full of money and, smiling, man. That's really what he was about. He jacked up a lot of dudes, but he did it with a smile on his face.
Not smiling.
Yeah, in real life though, he was man, Mike a different dude, man.
He don't. Like I told you, every time he used to catch me at that little green little gas station, that little Falcon right there.
That's where he died at.
Damn.
That's right where he died at, man.
Yeah, man.
Literally right there, man. That gas station on Cottage, man. I done lost about it's crazy how the narrative of Cottage just continues. I have a friend named Moochie that died in 2018.
Try Moochie G.
Yeah, that was my boy. Like, he the first person took me to a couple little parks, like a couple different places I had never been. We used to get on the bus and go play basketball at different playgrounds I ain't never been to. And he died in 2018 at that gas station, and his brother died in 2020 at that gas station.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it's real right there. I remember when the Harold's right there used to be by the alley, and they used to sell crack in the chicken.
Hey, my old lady, she knew some associate that was working there or owned it, and I'm like, man, 10, 15 years ago, when it was under a different ownership, busy in there.
Oh yeah, man, they was making money,
and even know.
They had their own security.
Motherfucker was cut in with the Chinese lady, the little pool hall that
only right next to it.
Only cook going there.
Yep.
And that little across from the damn round wood.
Yep. Hey, let me tell you something, man. You go in that Harold's and tell them that you wanted a 50-piece. They was gonna give you a leg and a thigh, and under that they was gonna give you 5 rocks. That's my word. And that's why they shut it down, man. That's why
I've been in that bitch before. What the motherfucker said, I'm like, damn, that was the order. I'm like, damn, they eat a whole bunch of chicken.
Why are they ordering 100 pieces of chicken but giving them $100?
You know me coming from a big family. I'm just like, damn, the motherfuckers they go crazy. I'm like, man, that nigga got a lot of kids. Or he
they got a lot of kids.
Look, motherfucker Mike just got out. You never know.
I'm telling you, look, they in there talking about they want a 30-piece, 40-piece, 50-piece, and I'm a shorty, and I'm always wondering when we go up there to get chicken, why it's always clucks buying 30, 40, 50 pieces of chicken. That don't make no sense. Clucks don't even eat.
Exactly.
And then I'm looking like, how did you order a 50-piece, but you got a half dark in the bag?
Definitely right there. Hell no, man.
Yeah, man. It's always clucks. It ain't never a regular person talking about they want 40 pieces of chicken.
Man, that's the old East Side for you.
It
Back in
is
the
though.
day, they say cottage to the lake.
It's still cottage to the lake, man.
All right.
Fluky Stokes lived and died in that neighborhood, man. A lot of people don't know that.
Rest in peace to the late great.
Oh man, legendary, man. I got a song, Fluky Stokes, man. Y'all check that out. Malakim, Malakhim on SoundCloud, man. I
Oh
got a
yeah,
song called Fluky Stokes.
that Jimi Hendrix going hard, man. You running up the charts, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, most high willing, man. You know we get some recognition, man. Wherever I go, you go. That's a sure thing.
Facts. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man, that's a sure thing.
Coming and living in that neighborhood. What Stokes Square? You know, how did you feel? You know, now and then. You know,
To be honest, man, when I was a shorty and I found out who Fluky Stokes was, it gave me, of course it was the wrong thing, but it gave me something to aspire to be. I would rather have a pocket full of money living than have $100 bills between my fingers and be dead, though. Because, once I realized and I found out what all happened to him and how things went wrong with David and Italians and all these different things, those gangster stories from Chicago, man, are mythological, man. It's not like New York or California, none of them other puffed up
the real
places.
deal.
It be real life and it's morbid. But we in Chicago, we keep those things. Those things are like treasure. Them stories are worth money, literally.
Thinking back though, against it now. Now they've been doing that shit. Security,
Man, that ain't
ANS
nothing new,
ops.
man.
Shit's
Let me
crazy.
tell you the craziest story that I know as far as our history in the city. Jeff Fort went around and flipped most people to the 5, right? He
Sounds
moved
familiar,
them under
don't
the
it?
5. So he comes to Mickey
Hey,
Cogwell.
sounds familiar, don't it?
Hey, look, it's the truth though. Hey, look, it's a necessity, man. I was with it too. I came to you a couple times. I couldn't I couldn't see myself
Nah, because
going back.
Ryan was talking to you. Feel like just tell the truth. Ryan was talking to you, but
No, Ryan has said some things, but just out of my heart and out of observation, I came and hollered at you on that business purely out of admiration for the P. Like it wasn't influenced by nobody. Like that was pure. That was all me. That really, you know what I'm saying? I really felt that way, but I had a hard time deciding because I knew I couldn't come back and say, "Oh, I'm this now."
you could, because in the history, people just be like, "Why you GDK so crazy? Boy, you right
But look,
now."
you know something though? I ain't gonna lie though. That's integrity to me. I
You and
felt like
you and
huh?
I said you and Haru Nu. A good brother over there, being Black 2020. Y'all the only two brothers. Y'all was the last two I was trying to go ahead and holler at on that
Yeah.
demo.
No, but and now that I'm older, to be honest, as far as community wise, I probably should have
Still
made that.
smoking dro. Still smoking dro
I
from
don't
'06.
smoke no more, man. I don't smoke no more. I probably could have made that move though, man, and I would have had a different kind of impact on the community because, like I said, I have an admiration for the P, man. I truly do. I appreciate the things that the nation has done for the community that other organizations have not. The encouragements, the typing classes, the coat giveaways, the bike giveaways, the free breakfast programs.
Yeah, on the south side.
Exactly.
Because Fred Hampton was on the west side.
Exactly. Which they covertly came between that for a reason.
Oh, that's no question.
Because
I got some articles that I seen, and then
yeah,
hitting from from Mother Son, which is Chief's mama. When I used to go over there, when Big Alameen used to bring me over there. I'm talking about to go do work and all that. She used to speak on that. Then hearing from Fred Hampton, when I'm at Flintstone, Fred Hampton journey with him and hearing this type, getting these teachings and like, damn, and then seeing the paperwork, then seeing it later on in life and seeing even more of it exposed. Like, they was out
Yeah,
there
man.
taking these
Amina,
niggas down, bro.
I know you know about Amina. You know Amina Fort?
That's cuz. What you mean?
Yeah, of course,
That's his
man.
daughter,
So
bro. Come on, bro.
so she spoke on a lot of that at a lot of them family picnics, man. But being
What you
young,
mean? Every nation picnics, damn that she was
they
speaking.
never. But let me tell you what's crazy. When sister was talking, I didn't know who that was because I was a child.
Okay.
So I'm listening, but I never even put two and two together why all the men are truly shutting the fuck up while she's speaking.
Because those
Because
that know, know. And those
let me
that
tell you
don't know,
something. That was the most
Kim.
dangerous. That's the most dangerous woman in Chicago. And when
No,
I
not
say
dangerous.
dangerous,
Not dangerous.
that's what when I say dangerous, I don't mean dangerous as far as no gang bang. Gang banging is so far beneath her that it don't even the word she would never even use the word gang to describe her impact. What I mean when I say dangerous, I mean social reconstruction. I
Yes,
saw
sir.
her come on 82nd and Cottage, ask me before she shut down the gas station for one of the Arabs calling her a bitch in Arabic. She turned around and asked me, "Aren't you Solomon Fort, little brother?" I say, "Yeah." She asked my homie Lil D, "Aren't you Charlie, little brother?" He say, "Yeah." She say, "Y'all close the doors and don't leave out of here. We about to have a demonstration." She made a call and the whole gas station was filled with brothers.
E.
The whole gas station was filled with brothers with the Walkita hats on. Within not
Oh, you
even
talking
fezes.
them old Chief Malik?
The old Malik hats. And nobody came in or out. At first, she just wanted an apology, but he lied and told her that he didn't call her a bitch. And she told him, my first language was Arabic. And so it went from needing an apology to coming out from behind the counter and kissing her hands and apologizing.
Exactly.
Before they
Making
could
them get back on this den.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. She looked me square in my eyes and say, "Aren't you Solomon Fort, little brother?" And what's
You
so
didn't even know
funny,
she knew you.
exactly. What's so
But
funny is that she always has her head covered. And I remember when she looked at me, I was like, "That's the lady from the fucking picnics." Not realizing this my family.
all right.
I'm like, "Yo, that's the lady from them fucking picnics up in here finna act a fool." Because they could have lost their lives, and Chicago Police Department would have let it slide.
If she was drawn off a lower self, definitely could have turned it.
Right.
But she
Exactly
drawn
that.
so high off a higher self. She carried that how she's supposed to. You know what I'm
No, she
saying?
truly did. She gave him the opportunity to rectify, and that's what you should do with your brother. Whether if it be in the Torah, the Bible, or the Quran, you're supposed to give your brother the opportunity to correct himself. You're supposed to give him the opportunity to correct himself. So that go for all grudges, vendettas, dead homies. You're supposed to give your brother the opportunity to not force you to do something to him.
Yes, sir. What message do you get to the youth, man, that's listening? Actually, not even just the youth, just to the people. Because, this podcast literally is in, 10 different countries, but we reach more than that. I looked at the analytics the other day.
So, oh, that's beautiful, man. I found out they had listened to some of my music in England. Saudi Arabia and Chicago was the top 3 listeners for one of my joints on SoundCloud. But I'm going to lay something on y'all. I said, 1800 with the runaway lynching, 60s coming white only, nigga. Ever since then, the police been killing, and they really wonder why the black man been drilling. Now, head practice what you preach on for them grave, and they never out of reach. I'ma blow the whole pipe pointed at the police. A blue vest down on a blacktop street. Got no bread, but a nigga gotta eat. Got no car, but I still got feet. I got 2 pipes, 2 hands don't reach. On the dead homies, bro, I ain't never been weak. Fuck y'all want, I just wanna do me. Fuck y'all doing, I just wanna be free. I've been going through hell while running the street, but they just judge want to see a nigga hang from a tree. Prison complex, 2 things came next. The war on drugs, but the drug sign checks. Suicide smoke, crack pipe to the chest. With they foot on our necks, not knowing who next. Tears in my eyes like rain from the sky. I was born a black man while they hope I die. Educating all them bullshit lies. The press gonna rise and the shit get live. We all gonna ride, but somebody gotta drive. Politics ain't never shit but a bribe. Poverty line took too many lives. Go to war for the people and I can't take a dive. Nobody in the world that's stronger than us. Nobody in the world live longer than us. So they set us all up. Now they doing drug busts. To a bit passionate and they don't give a fuck. I blow pipe, then I might get life. He blow pipe, now they going on strike. Fox got the story and it's on TV. On pay vacay just to make a nigga bleed. But it's on us too because we killing our own. Guns in the hood because they know a nigga prone. Pulling niggas over and he can't go home and stop resisting and one to the dome. Hey, I'm going to turn the news off. I'm knowing who the lie is. Hood I'm from, been hotter than Leviathan. The laws outside, now it's dry as psoriasis. But me, I've been action-packed. I'm going to ride this bitch to the axle crack. We the real black men. They ain't half as that. The hood, the habitat, and we the silverback. Hey, shalom. Bro.
This is a PartyKingKeyz exclusive.
Perfect timing, lil' mama.
You dig?
Bro. Yeah, man. Hey, peace and blessings too, man. I appreciate you having me, man. We ran it up. You hear me? I appreciate you having me, man.
You know, anytime, my brother. You know how we rocking.
Yes, sir.
Rocking, man. Last few questions. I know you finna get up out of here. You know how's the transition to the West Coast?
Oh man, the West Coast is the best coast, man. There's a young lady I want y'all to check her out. I want you to check out when you get the chance. Her name is Brittany Tillman. Tillman. She has an organization, the Black Mecca Resource, BMR. She plans on expanding from Chicago to the West Coast. We'll be working in very close proximity with the Black, Latin, and Red youth from that end to this one. The West Coast, man, is the best move, especially for those living in high poverty, high crime areas. And like my boy Donald Trump say, man, what you got to lose? What you got to lose, man? Give it a try, man. Put a couple racks down. You know what I'm saying? Stop smoking for a little while. Once you move out here, man, you can smoke all you want. It seems like the sun never goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it though, man. I love it, man. But yeah, y'all definitely check that out too. Make sure you check that out for me, kids. The Black Mecca Resource is coming soon, man. You get in contact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely demonstrate, man. It's all about the demonstration.
Yes, sir. Any upcoming projects you got lined up?
I do have a tape that I'm dropping. The name of the tape is Pistols and Poetry. Yeah, Pistols and Poetry, man. It's just a representation of how I grew up, myself, and my participation in the degradation of our people. And also an opportunity for people to get a close look at the narrative in Chicago outside of a drill artist or somebody that's about to die tomorrow. You know, we telling these stories live and direct so that people can really get a grip on what's going on instead of being filled by the illusion that these record labels, you know, fueling us with a $30,000 advance to get you killed in a year.
That ain't the way.
I'm telling you.
That's not the way, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about when you just said that, because the street rap we had then was Bump, Lil Less, and LEP. LEP came like right after that, but yeah, they were all independent.
This is a PartyKingKeyz exclusive.